season replays, fantasy drafts, ultimate creative leagues, and what if tournament. It's Coffee Cup Games with the coach, DKM. Hey, this is Coach DK with Coffee Cup Games. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving and a great holiday weekend. We're just going to do a random game here. We thought we'd do an original. When I say original, I mean the original first professional baseball league game. So the very first game that happened once professional baseball became organized and they had a league, and that league was originally the National Association, and the very first game that ever occurred was between the Cleveland Forest Cities and the Fort Wayne Kekiongas. It happened at Kekionga grounds on May 4th, 1871. Those history buffs out there, I believe I'm correct when I say it was the lowest scoring game the entire season. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to replay this one. Thought it'd be fun just to do some originals. And so this being the original first professional baseball game, thought it'd be good. So let's go ahead and let's meet the lineups. For Cleveland, the Forest Cities will have Deacon White, a name you might actually know. He'll be leading off, and he's the catcher. Kimball, the second baseman, will be batting second. Paber, the left fielder, batting third. Al Allison, the center fielder, batting fourth. White will be batting fifth. He'll be playing right field. Pratt, the pitcher, will be batting sixth. Ezra Sutton, another name you may be familiar with. He's batting seventh, playing third base. Carlton, the first baseman, batting eighth. And Bass, or Base, the shortstop, will be batting ninth. For the Fort Wayne Kekiongas, leading off will be Selman. He is the third baseman. Matthews, the pitcher, will be batting second. Foran, the first baseman, batting third. Goldsmith will be playing short, and in the cleanup spot, Lennon, the catcher, is batting fifth. Carey is going to be batting sixth and playing second base. Mincher, the left fielder, will be batting seventh. McDormand, the center fielder, will be batting eighth, and Kelly, the right fielder, will be batting ninth. So there's the lineups. Let's go ahead and jump into the action. But before we do, take a moment, please, like the video. I'd love for you guys to subscribe to the channel, see other content that I put out there. And of course, leave a comment if there's other games you'd like to see, how you're liking the content that we put out, or any suggestions. I'd really appreciate it. So now, actually, let's jump into the game. It is a beautiful afternoon at Kekionga grounds. We are going to be managing Cleveland. Both Cleveland and Fort Wayne have the exact same lineups used originally on May 4th, 1871. Bobby Matthews on the mound, Deacon White up to bat. And it is going to be a single to lead off. So immediately Deacon White is on first. I believe in the original game he led off with a double and then was immediately caught in a double play, unassisted double play. But anyways, here's Kimball. He's up. He's going to pop out the short. And so that's going to be one down. Next up is the left fielder, Paybor, and he's going to hit a single into center field. We are not going to advance, so we're just going to stay put. Runners on first and second. And now Allison, the center fielder, is up. Allison's going to take the pitch. He's going to hit a ground ball to third, so they'll take the force out at second, putting runners on the corners for us. And now we have White, the right fielder. He's up. He's going to hit a ground ball to Goldsmith. That's going to be an error. Obviously, fielding was horrendous back in 1871. Lots of errors, so that's going to be a unearned run, but we are up 1-0. Next up is Pratt, our pitcher. He's going to hit the ball to short. He's going to toss it to second, and that's going to end the inning, but we get a run early. Pratt now is on the mound going against Selman, the third baseman. He hit .231. He needs a 1-7 for a home run, but it's going to be a 20, so we're okay with that. That's going to be a long fly ball to the left field. Here's Matthews, the pitcher. He's going to hit a ground ball to third base. He's going to have to make a play, and he does not. He overthrows it. So Matthews is on second with one out, and now Foran, the first baseman, is up. He hit .348. He's going to hit a single, and they are going to send him, and
he's out.
He is going to be out with a 1-17. I like those odds. So runner out at home for us. Here's Goldsmith, and it's going to be a passed ball as he's trying to get the lead. And so now with a runner in scoring position, 2 outs, here's Goldsmith, the shortstop. He hit 253. He's going to pop out to Bass at short. And so that's going to end the inning. No damage done after throwing a player out at home. Ezra Sutton, the third baseman, is up top of the second. He's going to hit a ground ball to Selman at third. That's going to be 1 down. Next up is Carlton, the first baseman. He's going to pop up the second for a second out. And now Bass, who hit 303, played about half the season that year. But he's going to be the number 9 batter, and he's going to be the third out of the inning, a 1-2-3 inning for us. Next up is Lennon, the catcher. He had only 229. He's going to hit a fly ball to left field to Pabor, and that is going to be a fly out, a great play in left. Next up is Carey. He needs a 1-17. He's going to get a 7. That's going to be a single. So that is going to put a runner on first. It looks like he has some decent speed. He's going to try to get a lead. He does not. And so now it's going to be Mincher. He's going to line out the short for the second out. And now Armstrong, the center fielder, is up. And he's going to hit a fly ball to center field to Allison, who's easily able to take that one in. And that's going to be the end of the inning. So we now enter the top of the third, top of the order. Deacon White, who had a single, is now needing 1-7 for a triple. He gets a 9. So that is going to be a single for his second hit of the day. Here's Kimball, second baseman, a horrid 191, and he's going to hit into a 6-4-3 double play. 2 down, and now the pitcher Pabors up, who singled his last at bat, and he's going to get another single. And so he is doing well, and we're going to try to see if we can get him to run. We're going to attempt the steal. He can't get the lead, so we're not going to do anything with that one. And so now Allison's up, and he's going to hit a ground ball to short. Goldsmith's going to fling it to second for the fielder's choice, and that's going to end the inning. Bottom of the third, Fort Wayne's up. Kelly, the right fielder, he hit 224. He's going to hit a ground ball to Kimball. He's going to have to make a play, and it's going to be a single and then an error. Unfortunate. So now he's on second with no outs, and now Selman's up. He had 231. He's the leadoff man. He's going to be struck out. Not something you see very often back in 1870s is strikeout, so we'll take it. And now Matthews, the pitcher's up. He hit 270, the second best hitter on the team. He's going to pop out the second. So that's going to be 2 down. And now Foran is up. He has a single already. He's their best hitter. He's going to hit a ground ball to Bass, who's going to throw it to first for the third out. So after 3, we, Cleveland, the Forest Cities, are winning 1-0. We have 1 run on 4 hits. We've committed 2 errors. The Fort Wayne Kekiongas have 0 runs. They have 3 hits, and they've committed 1 error. Ezra Wright is up, the right fielder. Top of the 4th. See if we can get something going here. He's going to fly ball to right field. Kelly is has good range, and he's able to pull that one in for an out. Here's Pratt. He's going to hit a ground ball to Goldsmith to short. 2 down, and now Ezra Sutton's up. He's 0 for 1, and he's going to pop out the short for another 1-2-3 inning. Here we go, bottom of the 4th. Pratt doing well. Has a shutout. Goldsmith's going to hit a ground ball to short. 1 down. Here's Lennon, the catcher. He's going to pop up the third for the second out. And now here comes Carey, the second baseman. And he's going to hit a ground ball to Kimball. That's going to be an out. 1-2-3, top of the 5th. Carlton's up. He's going to hit a ground ball, a line out the third for the first out. Here's Bass. He's going to hit a ground ball to short. Goldsmith's going to have to make a play. He does make a good play. That is going to be the second out. And now White, who's 2 for 2's up. He's trying to even get something going here with 2 outs, but he's going to pop out to Foran at first for the third out. Here's Mincher. He's going to hit a ground ball to first. Carlton's going to have to make a play, and he is not able to. That's going to be an error. So for the second time in this game, Fort Wayne has a runner on base due to an error to lead off the inning. Here's Armstrong, the center fielder. Mincher's not able to get a lead, and Armstrong's going to hit a fly ball to Allison in center field. That's going to be 1 down. And now there got Kelly, the number 9 hitter. He's 1 for 1. He got a single and an air. He's going to line out the Sutton at third for 2 down. And now it's the top of the order with Selman, the third baseman, up. He is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. He's going to hit a ground ball to Bass. He's going to have to make a play. He does. And that's going to end the inning, so that initial error did not come back to haunt us. Top of the 6th. Here's Kimball. He's 0 for 2. He's going to hit a ground ball to second carry. He's going to have to make a play. He does. 1 down. Here's the pitcher, Paybor. He needs a 1 to 9. And because he has no power, that is going to be a single. It was a 1 to 9 for a home run. One of the things, again, I do not like about Strat-O-Matic is that if you have a home run split on a pitcher's card, you obviously need to have power N instead of W. I'm not sure what N stands for, but W I always think of weak. But Paybor obviously doesn't have the power, but it should have been a home run. I don't understand why that is not a triple or a double at least. Just a personal opinion, so it hurts us to get the home run roll. Anyways, Allison's up. He is going to line out the second. So we're going to try to see if we can get Paybor to steal with 2 outs. Does not get a good lead. We are going to keep him sitting at first. And now White, our right fielder, is up, and he's going to line out the second. To end the inning, bottom of the 6th, Matthews, the pitcher, is up. He hit 270. This is their 2 best hitters coming up. Matthews, though, is going to ground out to Kimball for an out, and now Foran is up, and he's going to draw a walk, the first walk of the game issued by Pratt, and he cannot get a lead. So Goldsmith's up. He's going to hit a ground ball back to Pratt, and it's going to be an error on Pratt, our 4th error of the game. Runners are now on first and second. Lennon up to bat, the catcher. He is 0 for 2 with a fly out and a pop out. He's going to hit a ground ball to Bass. He's going to hit it to throw it to Kimball, who's then going to throw it on over to Carlton for a 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. Boy, defense came through in that one. We've had some clutch double plays in spite of the fact of having 4 errors. Here is Pratt, our pitcher. He's grounded out twice, and he is going to hit a ball over center field to the wall. And with that weird angle, that is going to ricochet for a triple. We have a chance to go home. We are not going to. And now Sutton is up, and we are going to consider doing a squeeze play here. 32% chance. Let's go for it. 1 and 3. Here's Sutton. He is C. He bunts it, and it is a good bunt. Matthews throws it to first, or maybe throws it at home, but whatever. Matthews has an error, so the run does score, and Sutton is on first. So with no outs, we got our second run, and now Sutton is able to steal, putting him on second. Now Carlton, our first baseman, who hit 252, is up. And so we might be able to get a little momentum here, but he's going to line out the Goldsmith as short. That's going to be 1 down. Bass is up. He hit 303. He is 0 for 2 today. He's going to hit a ground ball to Carey. He's going to have to make a play. He does make an incredible highlight film play to get the out at first. Sutton does advance to third, and now Deacon White is up, who's 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a runner on third base. 2 down, top of the 7th, and he needs a 1 to 7. He gets an 18. That's going to be a single to add our 3rd run of the game. Here's the pitch now to Kimball. He's going to hit a line ball. So that is going to be the last out of the inning. We now have 3 runs. I'm not sure, but I believe all of them may be unearned. But it's 3-0, very similar to the game originally back in 1871, where it was 2-0. Right now it is 3-0 for Cleveland. And now Pratt trying to finish this one out as we enter the last 3 innings for him on the mound. He's going to get carried a ground out to short for an out. He has only allowed 3 hits so far, and here's Mincher, the left fielder. He's going to get a single. So as I say that, I jinx myself. So that's their 4th hit. They have a runner on first, and now Armstrong is up, but they're going to bring in a pinch hitter. Byerman is going to come in. He only had 2 at bats. He loves to draw walks. And he is going to wild pitch. Ugh. So Bierman is up, and he's going to hit a fly ball to center of field. His card was all about walks, and that is going to be the second out. That is going to bring up Kelly, who is the 9th batter. So we're liking that. He is 1 for 2, though, and he's going to get his second hit, as Mincher does not push it, as he only has a 12 running speed out of 20. Allison has a 0 arm. Kind of surprised they didn't try that one. They need runs. But Selman, the leadoff man's up. He had 205. He is 0 for 3 today. And he's going to hit a long shot into left center. That is going to be a 3-run home run for Fort Wayne. Matthews is up. He's 0 for 3. We have a new ball game now. After a 3-run lead, we get into this inning. And now Matthews hits the ground ball to Carlton. Carlton cannot make the play. That's going to be considered a single. So Matthews is on first. They have done well in the 7th inning with 2 outs. And then Matthews is picked off at first. So that's going to end the inning. We now enter the top of the 8th. Both teams have 7 hits. Both teams have 3 runs. This has been turned into be something quite fun. Paybor is up, our left fielder. He is 3 for 3, and he's going to be 4 for 4 with a single into right. That is going to put him on to first. He cannot get the lead. Allison is up. We don't have very many good bunters. We're going to let him swing away. He's hit 292 during the regular season. He's a 1 to 14. He's going to get a 17. So that's going to be a line out the first. 1 down, and now White is up. He's 0 for 3. He's going to line out the Selman at third for the second out. And now Pratt, our pitcher, is up. He's 1 for 3 with a triple. He's a 1 to 13. He's going to get a 12. So just over the infield. And that's going to be a single. Paybor now on second. Pratt's on first. Sutton is up. He hit 352 it looks like. And he's clutch is 317. So let's see what he can do here. He's 0 for 2. It's going to be a wild pitch. So runners on second and third. Sutton had 3 home runs. Quite a little power hitter. And they are going to intentionally walk Sutton. One of the few players actually know in this game. Deacon White, Ezra, Sutton. So can't disagree with that decision. Bases are loaded for Carlton. He is 252 in the clutch. So he was 0 for 3 today. He has a pop-up, 2 lineouts. He hasn't even made it out of the infield. Good decision by the Fort Wayne Kekiongas manager. And here's the pitch, and he's going to line out again. Cannot get the ball out of the infield with bases loaded. We fail miserably. So we now enter the bottom of the 8th. Pratt is the pitcher. Foran is the hitter. Foran is their best hitter. He needs a 1 to 13. He's going to get a 1. That's going to be a single to lead off the bottom of the 8th. And now Goldsmith is up. Foran cannot get a lead. It's going to be a ground ball to Kimball at second. And it's going to be a single plus an error. So Lennon is up. We are going to intentionally walk him. Bases are loaded. Infield is in. Carey's up. He's 1 for 3. He's going to hit a fly ball to left field. Foran has very slow legs, but he tags up, and he is going to be safe. Fort Wayne takes the lead with 3 runs in the 7th. A sacrifice fly in the 8th. They only have 1 out. Runner still on first and second. And now Mincher's going to get a single. They are not going to be able to, they're not going to send him. Pratt is tired, which is not what we want to see. And so now Donnelly's going to be up. He hit 206 in 1871. Here is the pitch. is going to be a fly ball to center field. They have one out. Goldsmith is not a very good runner, and it is going to be a 10. So he is able to score barely. And now they have 2 runs added in the 8th inning. Here's Kelly. He's 2 for 3. He's going to pop out the 3rd. So finally the inning is over. But Fort Wayne Kekiongas, in front of their home crowd, now have a 5-3 lead. I think they only had like 3 hits entering into the 7th. And so now it comes down to us. Can we come back? Bass, our number 9 hitter, is going to lead us off. He hit .303 back in 1871. So we do have some pretty good hitters here. Coming up, here's the swing. And it's going to be a ground ball to second to carry. That's going to be 1 down. And here's Deacon White. He's 3 for 4 today. He's going to hit a ground ball to Goldsmith, who could not get it. So that's going to be a single through the infield. And now Kimball is up, who hit 191. And we are going to bring in William Johnson to pinch hit. He did play second throughout the season, so it's actually a good sub defensively too, if we can make it in the extra innings. Deacon White on first, William Johnson up, Bobby Matthews still doing well on the mound, trying to win this one, and Johnson needs a 1-2 for a home run. He is going to get a 6, so that's going to put him at second. White is going to hold at third, and now our best hitter today, Paber, the left fielder, is up. He is 4 for 4 with 4 singles. I think they gotta walk him. They do not. They're gonna pitch, and he's a 1-13. It's gonna be a 20, and that's gonna be a line out to carry at second. And now Allison is up. He had 254. He is 0 for 4 today. He has not gotten the ball out of the infield. Here it comes down to this. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Trailing by 2, runners in scoring position on second and third. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a ground ball to Goldsmith. That's going to end the game as Fort Wayne Kekiongas make up for their original loss, where they originally lost 2-0. They win this one as Bobby Matthews, I don't believe, had given up an earned run. Fort Wayne has 5 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors. Cleveland has 3 runs, 11 hits, but committed an awful 5 errors in the ball game. I gotta see if any of those runs were earned. It was. So Bobby Matthews only gave up 1 earned run. Pratt, all 5 runs were earned. But there you go. There it is. Our replay of the very first professional baseball game once there was a professional baseball league between the Cleveland Four Cities and the Fort Wayne Kekiongas that happened on May 4th, 1871 originally. Cleveland won 2-0. And unfortunately in this one, we ended up losing it 5-3 after having a 3-0 lead entering into the bottom of the 7th. Fort Wayne came back with 3 runs in the 7th, 2 runs in the 8th to seal the deal. As they looked good, we did not with our defense with 5 errors, but it was a fun game to do. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, this is Coach DK with Coffee Cup Games. Have a good one. Bye.